All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got a question to ask everybody. How many of y'all written a diss track about something that you love, but it's not even a diss track? Let's say you wrote a song about something you love, but it turns out to be a diss track. Let's say you one of those people who like being creative, you like making music, you like entertaining.
A diss track. It's one thing if you put like a line in a song or something, just to like throw a line in there. But I mean, even "Party Up" by DMX was just a diss track. Like,
Yeah, he just played a lot of party music, just make it sound like it
exactly,
wasn't a diss track, but it was a diss track.
exactly.
Well, Montez Ford made a song, and as according to Montez Ford, he just like entertaining people. He just like Bianca Belair had her baby. Congratulations to both of them. Little Romeo is here. He is well and
Oh,
healthy.
he's got like 9 different names. Don't just give him credit for one. He's got like 9 in there.
Hey, my man called Little Romeo. I'm called Little Romeo, so I can't call him the whole 9 yards. So gave 2 months checkup. Babies arrive. He's working out at home so the baby don't get sick or get any germs. He's been working at home. He's been creative at home. He said he's in the best shape of his life. He is making music, a 9-song track. He's finna do another one, and he's doing this because they have nothing for the Street Profits right now. He don't know when they'll come back, and it might be a little longer because Dawkins' wife, his tag team partner, she is due pretty soon here. So the Street Profits might be off the TV extended time. So that gives them enough time to be more creative and see who you gonna take shots at. Now, when I heard it, Jamie heard it, he took some shots at Jay Uso. With the stealing some of the Street Profits stuff, give or take. Everybody steals something from everybody, but Jay Uso stole a lot
I mean,
apparently
Jey Uso
from.
steals from his own family, so it's no surprise it's going to take it from the Street
Yeah,
Profits.
yeah. Montez had to put it out there. Hey, Jay Uso not original. He's like to steal and borrow things from here and there from the Street Profits and make it part of his routine, make part of it what he does. So
Well, it's always the phrase of you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I've been a big supporter, even in business. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I'm just going to take the wheel that you have and I'm going to spray paint my colors on it and make it my own.
yeah,
But it's the
basically,
whole make it your own part that he seems to lack in. He just takes other people's stuff and gets credit for it. I mean, the whole bloodline with pointing to the sky was stolen to begin with. I mean, that lawsuit, I think, is still going on. So who's
yeah,
stealing that from that little promotion? Like the whole concept of the bloodline was stolen.
yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I like it, and we talked about it a bit yesterday. When they eventually come back from their hiatus, when both their wives are when they're able to leave home for a minute and get back into wrestling, I would like to see this continue. I like to
Uh,
see this happen, but you put it out there yesterday. Not this generation WWE because they don't want to do no real life incorporated into the storyline, and yet I think they should because this might be the best storyline for the Usos. It
I
might
mean,
be the best storyline for the Street Profits.
they definitely should run with it, but I don't think they have the balls to run with it. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Street Profits got released. I mean, you brought them back. And what you brought them back, and within a month they got the tag titles. Is that about right? Was it about a month?
They brought Buff for a month, and then they lost the tag
And then
title.
they lost the tag titles like 2 weeks after getting them, and then you took them right back off of TV. So that's not a good sign.
No.
Baby's on the way or not. Like they fired people while they're in mid-injury. Look at Zoe Stark. Hey, we know you destroyed your knee wrestling for us, but in your rehab, we're going to fire you. So having a baby, especially when the person having the baby isn't part of the company, I don't think they're going to care. Is it enough to get them fired?
Well,
It kind of depends on probably how Roman's feeling at the time.
well, yeah. And the name of the song is Iced Out. So check it out. Um,
It's not good. We're not saying the
But
song is good.
oh no, absolutely not. I'm not saying the song is great. It's going to be in the top 10 in the billboards. What I'm saying is check it out and listen to the wording of who he's talking about. Um, you
Yeah,
know, I'm not saying that he has no validity when it comes to the Annoyed family, Roman Reigns and the Usos. I'm not saying he doesn't have any right to say what he's saying, but when I'm saying that he has some rights to say what he said, I mean, there ain't no lies detected.
I mean, there could be a little bit of jealousy there. There could be a little bit of a lot of different stuff there, which is fine. I mean, they've been on TV, what, maybe 2 months in the past year total?
If you want to go so far from January to about August, they might have been on TV less than 10 times.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you might have 2 months worth of time being on there in the last year if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So I get it, but at the same time, you're going at the most dominant family in the company. Like, it's not going to go anywhere for you. Nothing about it is going to happen that's going to better your situation.
No, but it can draw attention to your situation.
It can, but if
And
they
I
decide not
think
to use you, cool. All you can hope for is to get released at that point.
I don't think he'll get released just because, for one, regardless of what we think right now, I would like to think that the WWE do kind of value the Street Profits just to the point of they value Montez Ford. And more certainly, that Bianca Belair is still on the roster. So as long as she's there, they're going to be there.
I mean,
I
Chelsea Green
don't think.
wrestled for a lot of years without Matt Cardona.
Yeah, but Matt Cardone's not Montez Ford,
Zelina
and
Vega had a lot of time without Aleister Black.
yeah, but I had to look at it.
Michin had a
Bianca,
lot of time without Keith Lee. Like,
but
keep doing
Bianca
it.
is a bigger star than all those women and their husbands you just named.
It's true. But again, they can value the woman without the man. Because again, look at Matt Cardona. He hasn't gotten
yeah, but I
elevated since
don't.
Chelsea got anything.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to risk of firing or releasing the Street Profits. And you do that, then there's a good chance that Bianca might be out too.
Let's be honest. They're talking about Bianca's kid just to remind people that Bianca still works there.
Well, let's
Fans
be
have moved
honest.
on.
Well,
Fans have moved on. They don't care.
If you want to be the honest part, then we can also here say that the women's division is suffering because Bianca's not there.
No, the women's division's suffering because of the leadership. There's
That
more
too,
than enough
but
talent that they would be perfectly fine. And it's not even me hating on Bianca because I have no problem with Bianca. But if Bianca was released all with them, the women's division would keep going. Is it a benefit to have her
yeah,
there? Yes. Did they do her a lot of harm by pairing her with Jade? 100%.
but we also
I
made the
don't see
case
any
that
Bianca signs waiting for Bianca to come back.
we also made the case that even though the leadership is failing the women's division, but the women's division would be a whole lot better with Bianca in there on SmackDown.
It would be, except she'd probably be paired up with Jade Cargill again, or she'd get paired up with Becky Lynch or somebody else.
I'm not sure about that. I'm positively not sure about that.
Would you ever have said Charlotte Flair would get paired up with Alexa Bliss? No.
No, but we already seen that pairing of Jade and Bianca. Then we already figure and know that pairing won't happen again.
No, that one won't, but you might get like a Bianca and Becky or Bianca and Lyra Valkyria. Just throwing names out there. But again, like they did away basically with the men's tag team division for the most part, but they're focusing heavily on trying to make a women's tag team division that's still also non-existent.
I'm still figuring who got the titles now?
The Unstoppable, no,
right?
Yeah, Fatal Influence those, yeah.
Have they defended those titles yet?
No.
Okay, so that everything we need to know about them taking the women's tag team division seriously.
I didn't say they were taking it seriously.
But
I just said they're focusing on putting all of their main eventers into tag teams, and it's like they're trying to focus on it without doing anything. WWE basically just honestly just needs a bomb dropped on it creatively, and just say everything that's in progress. The only thing worth a damn right now is Solo and Jey Uso. Not even the Bloodline, just Solo, Jey Uso. Scrap everything else and let's start fresh. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, it's bad, but I stand by what I said. As long as Bianca is still there, Montez will be there.
Bianca's not going anywhere.
Unless Montez come out and say, "Hey,
if we're being real, Bianca's not going anywhere." And I wasn't trying to say she is.
No, I'm just saying
Bianca is probably the reason that Montez will keep his job.
Yeah, and Dawkins too. She covering for both.
I'm not going to say she's covering for Dawkins because people have wanted him gone for a long time.
Well, think about it. Well, shoot, Dawkins got to go. Ford got to go. Because Ford ain't gonna be no tag team without Dawkins, and he want to work with his boy. So if he leaves, he gonna leave. And I don't think Dawkins gonna go anywhere because Bianca ain't going nowhere. And that just say that she's saving the Street Profits. But it also kind of makes sense to me that she needs to be part of the Street Profits. But that's for another.
I was gonna say then they just need to put her with the Street Profits to make them credible as much as that could help.
I've been wanting to see that for 3 years.
I mean, they had BFAB and didn't do anything with that either. So,
nah, that Street for that part, that was just for BFAB to get over for whatever reason. It still didn't work, and right now she's still.
They didn't do anything with her. They just had her hanging out backstage.
Yeah, and what she's doing now, hanging backstage. So that was my test forward, and is this now? Again, me and Jamie opposite side, but we do agree upon on one thing. I would kind of like to see the Street Profits they come back feud with the Usos. We got a little taste of it some years ago, but it ain't really going nowhere. I think this version of the Street Profits and the Usos will be a lot better. We will get a lot of better matches because now it's kind of personal. Or if I can't get that, can I just get Montez Ford versus Jey Uso one-on-one match? I mean, at least I know Jay can give me a good 2-3 minutes doing something. And I know Montez Ford will hold his own in the match. There's no way there's no way you can make a diss song by one person by stealing stuff from the Street Profits. There's no way this can't go unanswered. It can. Now, someone need to tap in and Triple H like, hey, look, man, we can make money off of this. If we can make money off of CM Punk and Seth Rollins, CM Punk and Roman, and definitely CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, those are real personal hatred right there for those three guys towards one guy, then we can get this. We can get this. I need the Triple H to tap into his personal side, the beef he has with The Rock, and just let it go, let this flow.
That would never happen because Rock would just fire him.
Yeah, I know. Before we continue, make sure you like, subscribe to the show, and thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Signatures and Finisher Podcast. I'm your host, D.S. Wall, and that is the genius Jamie. And we want to ask everybody a question before we answer the question. And the question is, since it's a WWE moment right now, segment, what was your favorite wrestler to debut in the WWE? We're going all the way back to the mid-90s to now. Jamie has his. He'll tell you guys a little later. I have mine, and I'll tell you later. So let's keep this WWE segment going before Jamie falls asleep on it. So now, before we start the show, I had said when it comes to Raw, Solo and LA Knight is kind of saving the show because if you watched Raw yesterday, it's only a few things you can talk about.
Devil's Kiss. Sorry. Sorry, I just wandered there. You started talking WWE. I had to focus on something.
Yeah. So
it's good to see that back.
How would you rate the return of the Devil's Kiss, by the way?
It was a solid 9 out of 10.
Okay. What? How come they get 10 out of 10?
Just needs a new outfit. She needs to just have a different outfit once in a while that she throws out there.
Maybe some dark purple and white.
Yeah, yep. I would definitely approve of that.
Me too. Okay. Maybe
Signatures and Finishers logo right there.
Yeah,
You know.
maybe we'll shoot her a DM in Instagram, like, hey, can you change your gear? Change your gear. So yeah, that's the Rey Fenix and the Dragon League match is pretty damn good. We're gonna talk about that as well. But let's start with the men on front of the template, which also goes with the LA Knight, Solo, and the Bloodline. And let's talk about the returning Royce Keys as he brought his new family to OTM. Now, if you guys are not familiar with OTM, they were in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
They're former football players. They're big as hell. That's the best I can put it. These guys are they're what I call will probably be one of the few tag team that's going to be in the tag team mix, in which we're still looking for the tag team division. Um, Royce Keys has a new family after he's betrayed by his family. After being left for dead, he got some protection. Now, the biggest question everybody's asking is he the leader of this new faction or is there somebody else? I don't know about you, bro. I think this faction.
I mean, if you're trying to make him look credible, then it has to be his.
Yeah, I mean, you hear it out here, man. Like I was on X yesterday night after the match. Well,
That's your
actually,
first
after
problem.
Raw went off. That was I took a chance on that, by the way. Woo! Being on X, man. Hey, that's a recipe for itself. A lot of people think that he's not the leader, that they think Jacob Fatu gonna join the crew. He's the leader, but I don't think so because you don't put nobody out the way like Jacob did Royce Keys. All of a sudden they're gonna be a team again.
Hey, it's WWE. Remember, Bronson Reed destroyed Seth Rollins and came back no problem. So
Yeah, but I think the character that Royce Keys play, man, it might be a problem.
I won't say no to anything because if WWE's desperate, they'll start throwing people around willy nilly anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to make a lot of sense? No. But again, look at Bronson Reed joining the Vision. Never
Didn't make
once
no
made
sense.
any sense whatsoever. And they never even tried to explain it. Well, I take that back. They did try to explain it away at one point.
Yes.
And it didn't go over well.
No.
So, I mean, whatever. They don't care. WWE is very much in the if we don't want to acknowledge something, we're just not going to acknowledge it. Again,
Yes.
Roman beating CM Punk for the title. Blatantly cheated in the match, probably forgot what you were doing, don't acknowledge it. John Cena tournament that they haven't talked about in months. They realized it's probably a terrible idea. We're just going to stop talking about it. Like, they'll probably bring it back out at some point. But when you say, hey, it's a popularity contest, even if the guy loses, they can still win, makes no sense.
It doesn't.
And that's just how their creative goes. If they get desperate, they could throw Jacob Fatu in there. Based on their history, it could make sense. They would have to write it. If they're trying to tell a good story, they would have to make it very creative of why Jacob would be going back over there.
Right.
Because as it is now, he's the most loyal to Roman, even though the Usos are painted like they're somehow higher than him. You know, basically story wise, that they're not. It's basically just Roman appeasing them so that they shut up while Jacob gets all the attention.
So yeah, making them captains and they're second in command from Roman. I just got one question. At what point was they going to tell everybody that Royce Keys got moved to Raw after being on SmackDown for about a month or two?
Again, they're just going to do what they want to do. Whether it makes sense or not, they're again, it's like when Sammy shot over a SmackDown. Oh, Sami Zayn's just on SmackDown now. Oh, Gunther's just on SmackDown now. There's no more drafts, so they're just going to move people around willy nilly. It doesn't matter.
Oh man, I'm like, damn. I'm like, he's a SmackDown superstar. He never transferred over to Raw. Huh. Neither is Solo. Just saying. I wish they would send that memo out that SmackDown was losing 2 stars on their show.
Oh, they probably looked at it as, well, Randy's going to be taking up probably 10 to 15 minutes per episode at bare minimum, provided he's not even wrestling. So we can move these 2 guys over and put them on Raw because Raw doesn't technically have a TV time limit. And we could do something with them where it's not going to hurt SmackDown because they're getting Randy Orton back.
Yeah. Now remember, when anytime Randy's hurt, he's on vacation. You need to understand it. He is not hurt. He's just on vacation.
Randy doesn't get hurt. He just takes extended vacations.
Yes, yes. I like that the attack yesterday. I liked it because he's showing no allegiance to nobody. Well, technically, he has no allegiance to the Bloodline. Attacking Solo and LA Knight kind of threw me off, and I'm quite sure they threw them off. But at the same
time, that's the part I didn't like, because I'm like, they're trying too hard at that point. If they would have just attacked the Usos, that would have been fine. But attacking LA Knight and Solo, it's like, now you're overreaching, which is what WWE is really good at, is overreaching a lot of times. But they should have left it as just attacking the Usos.
I think they did it because the way he went out on the stretcher, the way Jacob beat him down on the stretcher, then at the end, you didn't see no Solo, you see no LA Knight, you didn't see them go to the hospital with him, you didn't see them come out trying to stop
and I'm Jacob. Sure that's all going to be part of the promo next Monday, too.
Yes. And, again, he probably don't, other than Solo, I'm quite sure he considers Solo family at that time, but not anymore. You might hear this promo, hey, I need protection. Hey, I need somebody, have my back. Now, from OTM standpoint, this gives these young guys an opportunity to be in the tag team division that's being rebuilt. We see 2 guys, 165, 163. Like I said, they're big as hell, muscular wise.
Juice Squad. That's what the faction name needs to be. Juice Squad. Said faction name needs to be Juice Squad.
Why? Because
that each one, they're just lined up in a little triangle, just injecting each other in the ass. 100% what's going on.
Why? Because they're former football players.
There ain't nobody on earth that is that jacked without being on something.
Bronco Nima and Lucien Price.
Bronco Nima especially looks like he is roided out to the max. That dude, his arms are just unnaturally huge. Like, his arms are like the size of Martin Ford, and Martin Ford's 7 foot tall.
Yes.
And a professional bodybuilder.
Hey, man, I mean, I look, if we go down the list and just look at all the wrestlers who look jacked up or change their body style, yeah, we can go down the list and say who's on Royce, who's not.
That's all I'm saying. It's like Scott Steiner. Anybody says Scott Steiner wasn't ever on roids, you're out of your mind.
When you got muscle on top of muscle.
Yeah.
That's
all I'm saying. Dudes are gigantic.
Yeah, they
are. Unnaturally large.
Yeah. Bronco Nima and Lucien Price has been added to the tag team division, a tag team division that don't even exist right now.
Well, the problem then becomes, with as dominant as you're trying to make them, you're going to have to put the tag titles on them, which means you're going to have to find out a way to wiggle out Ron Breakker from having to be in the match so that you don't make him look bad.
Well, that's kind of easy. Just have Bron Breakker get the title to Logan Paul. I mean,
it can't go right now.
It's or down the road. It's no different from when the New Day with a tag team, they incorporate the Freebird rule.
Well, yeah, I get that, but I'm saying Logan ain't going to be back until at the earliest Survivor Series, and they're saying it's going to be later than that.
Well, if it's going to later than that, then you always have
Bronson Reed is coming back. Yeah, apparently he's cleared. I did read that. He was up in Stanford.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Bronson Reed is that he's a big fan of Bron Breakker.
The whole vision thing, if you want to keep Austin Theory and Logan Paul together and call them the Vision, that's fine. But Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker don't need to be a part of it.
Nah. Or you can just have just have Braun Breaker say F this. Find yourself a brand new tag team partner. We'll just bring a new member of the Vision and let Braun Breaker walk away. Because apparently, he's going to do that anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally apparent that he's just going to be out of the Vision sooner than later.
Yeah. I mean, whether True H like it or not, he finna dip. But yeah. I mean, this is the WWE playbook 101. Two dominant young guys who are built like goddamn brick houses. They're coming in, they're beating the hell out of people. They put the titles on them. Let's see what happens. I mean, like you said, that's eventually going to end up happening anyway. You just got to find a way how to get the tag team titles on them. But again, I digress. There is no tag team division. So if you put the tag team titles on them, who they're going to feud with? Themselves?
What'll probably happen is Bron will end up leaving, and then they'll invoke some storyline. Well, you don't have a tag team partner, so you have to relinquish the titles, and they'll have their tournaments that they love having so much, and OTM will obviously win.
Yeah. What I like about this is that it kind of throws everything in a loophole. Because we all figured that WWE is thinking ahead. They're setting up for War Games.
Well, this is 100% a War Games play.
Yeah, but
and that's going to be the whole thing. It's going to be OTM is going to have to make nice with Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa. That's going to be the storyline. They're taking the focus away from the Bloodline itself and making it about those five guys coming to terms on everything so that they can go against the Bloodline. Because the Bloodline's already got Roman, the Usos, Jacob, and they're missing one. Oh, no, Zilla. Zilla will probably be up by then.
And today I still laugh about that. The simple fact that they took Zilla and put him down to NXT, and he's already got a title shot. So that tells you right there how long his stay gonna be NXT is going to be.
How mad are you if you're Santana? Like if you're Santana, you think you're coming in hot, and you get like a week, and then they're like, "Nope, we got Zilla, so you don't matter anymore."
How mad you Santana where with less than a week Zilla gets there, he get a title shot, and probably within a month or so he's going to the main roster. Yeah. Meanwhile, I've been all over the Indies and TNA killing it, and I had to go to NXT, and I had to change my name.
And it's not like it's your first time in WWE. You already know the system. You know how it works. There's really no need for you to be there.
Right. Zilla come in, he's Zilla.
Zilla's probably
you gotta be Cruz Montana.
Zilla's probably only in NXT for story purposes that they can call him up to be the fifth member of the War Games team.
Oh, God.
That's it. That's probably the only reason he's in NXT is to make it a big deal about him getting personally called up by Roman to be the fifth man of the team.
Yeah, good luck.
And then at that point, the Bloodline will have their tag team because it'll be Jacob and Zilla because the Usos are. I think people are just completely over it. Besides the intro, I think people are just overseeing them because you're watching the same wrestler in the ring. It's not like you're getting like Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford. Two different wrestlers, different movesets, different everything. Jay and Jimmy, it's the exact same.
Yeah, it is. I'm just glad that Naomi and Jay could tell them apart.
Well, I mean, when you have an asshole haircut as bad as Jay Uso's is, like, just call it what it. That is the worst haircut.
Shout out to the Usos. Happy birthday.
Yeah, we're still not getting any free tickets.
No, you not getting no. Yeah, you're right. We both not getting no free tickets.
I screwed it up for you two. There's no hope.
Yeah, I know. Just for that, they might come out my ass first. Damn.
I just say, like, that is the worst haircut in the world.
Supposed to be a mohawk, my guy.
It's a mullet. Call it what it is. There's no excuse to not call that a mullet.
They're going back in time. Everybody know they brought this back. This has been, a black person and
Jimmy's
some
hair
more.
is perfectly fine. Jimmy does good with his. He's got the two braids, pulls them back, looks great. Then you got that one. Even Solo. Solo's got the mohawk fade thing, the wannabe Patrick Mahomes haircut. Still looks good on him, even with the blonde in there. He's rocking it. Then there's Jay. Just got to be different. Different doesn't mean better.
Is there anything positive you can say?
No,
I can't. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. That was a mess up on my part.
I
You
can say
can say
positive
something.
things about Jimmy. I could say positive things about Solo. I could find positive stuff about Roman. I could find positive stuff about The Rock. I could find positive stuff about the Wild Samoans. Island Boy. I can go through Yokozuna. I could find positives. Jimmy or Jay. No, no.
Not even Landon Jada Parker.
Oh, we'll see how long that lasts. Dude's about to lose half of his money. We'll see how long that lasts.
Still though, I mean, he landed Jada, so that gotta be one positive in your book. For now. For
Again,
now.
dude is losing half of his assets, so we will see.
I don't think he worried about that.
I think he is because they're not Roman Reigns. They're not pulling in $15 million a year.
Of course not. They're only pulling 5. I'm interested to see how they're gonna spend this because they can go different ways with this. They can go with, like you said, hey, they got to make nice with Solo in LA, set up for War Games, or they can go their own separate way and just rack havoc on both teams. I'm interested to see what's the interaction gonna be this time around between Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys. I'm wondering now, are we going to get another match out of them two since the beatdown?
I think if we do, it'll be after the War Games match. Because again, the focus point now is going to be the Usos are probably going to get a match first against the OTM. OTM will beat them. Then it's going to be LA Knight and Solo against OTM. And then that's where it's going to be the whole Bloodline's probably going to come down, interfere in the match, beat up all of them. So that way it's like, okay, we got to work together, got to put this behind us, blah, blah, blah. That way they start building towards having the team together. They maybe attack the Bloodline a few times. Now it's a numbers game. Now that side has one more person than that side. Zilla gets called up. Now you got both War Game teams. Takes you into War Games. Blah. Might be a point to move Roman off of the leadership side too. Mm-hmm. Which is honestly where I would take it because Roman's part-time. The fact that you've got him basically nonstop since WrestleMania now is the longest he's wrestled in years.
What? That is true. But I think the problem with Roman is that he never changed his leadership style. He didn't change at all. He's still the same guy.
He's the same character.
Character didn't change. So my whole thing was that I had looked at a video where Jimmy Uso was kind of sort of looking back at Jacob Fatu, because Jacob Fatu didn't raise his hand, his ones in the air. He was looking kind of devious. And Jimmy looked back, and that was when Jacob held the ones in the air.
Yeah, that was like a month ago.
Yeah, about 2 months ago. I'm gonna say around May or June.
Oh, yeah, I remember what it was.
Yeah, and I was hoping by that time, still hoping that this is kind of like a plan with the Usos, Jacob and the Usos, kind of getting over Roman. Maybe they'll attack Roman down the road to put either Jay or Jacob in that leadership role, head of the table, head of the family. But as we progress, we see now, I don't see that happening. Just because we seen the Royce Keys of OTM, because we seen what Solo and LA Knight doing. So I don't see Roman Reigns at all catching the beat down he deserved, or someone taking that spot from him. So,
but I do see them moving because all things outside of WWE TV aside, they're not in a good spot right now. They need to make new stars.
Yeah.
Zilla is already a bona fide star. it only makes sense. He's going to be there week in and week out. You need to work on Roman either taking the beat down and getting jumped out, or him just saying that this is Zilla's thing now. And he's kind of like the wise man that'll show up that actually fights once in a while. But again, how do you have a Samoan heavy storyline when you have Tongans on your roster and you don't have Samoans and Tongans?
Keep
Like
them
Haku should
separated.
be in there just smacking people with that stick.
Well, maybe this is their way to keep them separated until the time comes where they need to collide.
Unless
Okay,
you're
they're
going to get a
good for
whole
that.
bunch more.
Yeah,
Like you got to
they're
go
good for
bring
that.
back Tonga and who else they get rid of? Was it just Tonga?
Tangaloa
Tonga Loa is all. Yeah, the only one out of that side that got released.
and Jeff Cobb.
Yeah,
But
Cobb wasn't like an actual Tongan. He was just
nah,
playing the
yeah,
role.
yeah. So I
Talk
don't see
about a
them
waste
bringing.
of talent. Jeff Cobb.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna put you in this group, but you're not part of the family. But you're gonna be family storyline wise, and you're gonna wear
Yeah.
face makeup, face paint.
Yeah, 6 months in, we're gonna start painting your face up so people can't even distinguish who you are anymore.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but it's still it drives me nuts that they never added Haku as being the wise man after Paul Heyman left. Yeah, it was the perfect opportunity at that point too.
I think, I think, I think that they had no clue. I don't think they didn't. And even now, when you see it, kind of made sense in the way of okay, if you're not gonna bring Haku and be with the bloodline. But when you show him when he came out to the ring when Jacob won the U.S. title when he beat LA Knight, that might should have been a tease right there where hey, we're gonna bring Haku in, but you
Well, then
didn't
you had
because you
Jacob
let
start doing
so
his moves and acting like him.
yes, you let Solo run the ship as a heel. Where if Haku was there, it might would have been a little different. Maybe the people will look at the MFTs a lot different than they did in the beginning and even now. So
And even if you didn't want to do the whole Samoans versus Tongans, put them in with the bloodline. They're all still related by distant cousins. I mean, I don't know if anybody saw the Chris Van Vliet thing with Zilla. Zilla can't even name off like who's in his family. He's like, I'm still trying to figure out who's in my family. And like Chris Van Vliet was like naming a name, and he's like cousin, grandpa, and like he's like I don't even know. So I'm
yeah,
sure
like
Haku's related to them, even though he's Tongan at some point or another. But it's still pull them into it. That
hey,
would have been
remember,
fine.
hey, you remember Jet Uso said they're the other side of the family we don't deal with.
You have Jacob acting like Haku, doing Haku's move, doing some of his mannerisms. Like it only makes sense. And what's the bloodline? The bloodline was built on having a wise man that they don't have. So they're missing that component to begin with.
Well,
Like that
shoot,
whole devious nature of what they had was because of Paul Heyman. They don't have that now, and they
well,
need that.
Paul Heyman's not doing anything because if you ask Brian Breaker,
Yeah, that
hey,
was stupid too.
let's talk about that for a second here. I like to sit down. I like the whole situation. Brian, I guess we can sit here and say the way Brian presented himself that he really don't need Paul from that instance that we seen. I like what they're doing. They're casting some doubt. I like the line that said, "Why you have your daddy signed it?" It kind of threw over Brian like, "Whoa, for really?" Paul Heyman didn't like it. Paul Heyman had to play that "Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it." That he just nailed over Femi.
Mm-hmm. Just
Can
the
we?
whole Paul sign it thing. Like
Paul signed it. Yeah,
you're making it look
too
too
predictable.
obsessed and too predictable. Yeah, you're too obsessed over being the guy. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like make it about your hatred of Oba or something. Just I need to be the guy. How do you think Austin Theory feels? He was supposed to be the guy for like 3 years.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Just a simple fact. If you look through all the talk songs online, and I'm quite sure in the locker room, Brown Bray was supposed to be the guy. Obafemi came and took that from him, and I'm glad Obafemi acknowledged that in a way. Hey, I came back. I'm the guy. I'm the guy who gonna be the future. I'm the guy that's gonna lead the W for the next 10, 15 years. I like how Braun Breaker responded, and I like how what he said to Paul Heyman. Yeah, you kicked me to the side for Brock Lesnar. Now I don't even matter. And you can tell that that wasn't a script. That was kind of like, hey, I mean, you kind of kicked me to the side for Brock Lesnar. How'd that turn out for you?
Which again, the whole fighting over Paul Heyman. If that's how you feel, then why are we fighting over Paul Heyman?
Right. Right. And make it so bad, Oba don't even want Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Oba would benefit more from Paul Heyman than Braun Breaker would.
Yeah. And he don't even want Paul. That's the whole point. He doesn't even want Paul.
Yeah.
And just to clear that, let's just make this simple. If you want I'm gonna go back to this for 1 second. If you want the Bloodline storyline right now to make sense, if you don't get Haku involved, you always go back to Paul. Just saying. But this is the feud where on Sunday night's main event, either Braun Breaker has to win, or this could just be a flat out brawl and nobody wins. Because if Braun Breaker loses, man, it kills everything that the hype, the notion that this is the next big superstar. You killing it right now. If he loses on Sunday night's main event, you basically killed him.
Well, 100%. That's why I don't think there's going to be a winner. It's going to be something stupid. They'll have somebody run in or something like that wants to be the third guy looked at by Paul Heyman. Yeah. But no, they're Sunday night's the main event shows are just glorified house shows.
House shows. But
like I wouldn't even call them, they're slightly like not house shows. They're like one step better than a Raw.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So they're not going to let a major story like this be defined on a Sunday night's main event.
No, they can't. But if they go that route, Braun Breaker has to win. If you make Braun Breaker lose, man, you might as well just go ahead and keep him in the tag team division with Austin Theory, a place where he doesn't want to be.
It's most likely going to wind up in a count out. They're going to wind up outside of the ring. They're going to be beating the hell out of each other. It's going to hit a 10 count, and that's going to be it.
Yeah. And by the way, I see the WWE must have taken their criticism to the heart because they actually beefed it up Sunday night's main event. They're trying to make it look good. But hey, they left no choice when you decided to move Money in the Bank from September, October. Who told you to do that? Who told you to do that? Now that means that you're going to give us a lackluster card for Money in the Bank.
I mean, it's Money in the Bank. It always sucks anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah. The best match of the night, and of course, we already expected this, Rey Fenix versus Dragon Lee. If we get 10 out of 10, it was a 20. We got everything we wanted. Me and Jamie told everybody last week it's going to be Penta versus Rey Fenix. And I'm glad the fact that Corey Gray mentioned the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah, he dropped that one in once. It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice of him doing that.
But and again, predictable.
Yeah. Next week, it's going to be a banger match. Penta versus his little brother. It's going to be a great match.
And Penta's going to win. So in case anybody's wondering, Penta's going to win.
We expect Penta to win. And we expect him to face Roman in Mexico. We also got a vignette Lola Vice. Going to make her debut on 9/14. I think that's a Monday in Mexico.
Just another woman that they're not going to do anything with.
Yeah, and her boyfriend / fiance is Damian Priest, and he's on SmackDown. Gee, I wonder where he's going to be moved to, or where she might be moving to.
Yeah, they keep bringing everybody up. Like, I don't know if Triple H calls Shawn Michaels and says, "Hey, we're pulling this person up," and Shawn says, "Why?" Because it's like they pull people up and they have no direction. It's just to say that they're there. You're not developing anybody. And the people you are developing, like the Sol Rucas of the world, cool, she does gymnastics.
Cool.
There's not a lot of substance past that. Like, that's the problem. Like, There's not a lot of substance to her character at all, even though they're desperately trying to make some there. Lyra has a lot more substance to her character, even though that character itself is terrible.
I'm just wondering with that conversation between Triple H and Shawn Michaels really like about Triple H calling up all these NXT superstars, and I'm quite sure Shawn Michaels watches Raw and SmackDown, the PLEs, and I'm quite sure Shawn Michaels be back there scratching what left of hair he has, and just be like, "Wow, the work I put into training and
Well,
substance and character development with these young superstars, and yep, this is how you do them."
well, and it's similar to like when Triple H was running NXT, they'd build up these guys, and then Vince would be like, "All right, we're rebranding them now, new name, new gimmick, new everything." What was the point?
Yeah.
Like you basically killed Karrion Kross before he even got back to the main roster because you made him wear a domination mask and like, all this stupid shit for no reason.
Yeah. 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 And finally, what was everybody's favorite wrestler debut? I'm quite sure Jamie's gonna give us his. Well, I already know what it is, but let's hear it.
Well, why don't you go first? You always make me go first.
Because
Yeah, I already got mine.
because you're the youngest one, so I gotta make you go first.
Fine. Jericho. If we're talking just WWE, then yeah, Jericho by
Yes,
far.
it's Jericho. This is WWE.
I mean, think of any other time that they've let somebody debut and get the TV time that they got,
Mm-hmm.
and also get it against your top guy at the time, and you get to roast that top guy the way Jericho got to cut up The Rock.
Ooh, yeah, I remember that one. What the? Because Jericho had so many debuts.
Yeah, we're going back to the original, the
We going back to
Y2J, the
the
countdown.
Y2J.
Yep,
The Rock
the
was
whole
in the line.
countdown.
It was in the ring cutting one of his Rudy Poo
Rudy Tooty
SmackDown
and Fruity
Hotel
Booty
type.
or whatever. Yeah.
I'm assuming you didn't like that.
Jericho's debut was great.
No, I'm
think
talking about the Rock was in the ring cutting one of his promos.
I love the Rock promos. I had no problem with the Rock's promos.
No, okay, because I was based off of your reaction. You was probably like, "Oh God."
Oh no, I was trying to remember what he said. It was like Rudy Tooty Booty or whatever he would say to people. But no, the Rock's promos were great.
Yeah, they don't cut promos like that.
It's because none of them have a script writer that's writing all the stuff down for them all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Rock gets a lot of credit because his stuff was funny, but he also had a dedicated promo writer. So
yeah, it's not too many like Chris Jericho who don't need a script writer who could just do it from the top of his head and just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think that was around the time where Vince just kind of let everybody just flow, if I remember correctly. Wasn't following, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't controlling the writing, the promo. He was letting guys, hey, if it makes sense, go with it.
Jericho does a lot of those sit down stage events where he does the ask me anything type thing. And he's talked about it. And he basically said Vince told him, I'm going to give you X amount of time. Go out and make money. And Jericho, I guess, asked him about, upsetting people. He goes, I don't care if you upset anybody, just go make money. And that's why you got to see him dig at The Rock a little bit more than what a lot of other people did.
Yeah. Mine was The Brood.
Brood was good. Still probably the best intro music in all of professional wrestling.
Yes. And you probably saying, well, Edge and Christian Gangrel, they was already at the same time. Yeah, but when Christian and Edge broke away from The Undertaker and got with Gangrel, and actually those three, when they was with The Undertaker, they broke away, started their own faction, and they was repackaged as The Brood, re-debuted, coming out from the bottom to the top with the fire, and you see Gangrel and Christian wearing these white shirts and Edge in the black leather jacket. Long.
If there was one flaw of that entire group, it was that terrible shirt that Christian would wear.
The shirt looked like it was too big for him.
It was like 4 sizes too big for him. Yeah. But like, we don't need to go find a shirt that looks like it's from the 1850s in like proper England at the time, like just white shirt would have been fine. I mean, Edge was wearing his leather pleather vinyl trench coat thing, so
Yeah, and the glasses.
yeah,
They
all
all
those
they all had the
glasses.
sunglasses on. I mean, that was badass, man. I mean, just that music alone with
It's
them
it's
coming
the
out
best
to
wrestling music, like intro music of
yeah,
all time.
yeah,
Shout out to Jim
and
Johnston, the guy that actually understood characters and how to make the music fit the character, unlike Death Rebel.
yeah. This was the only faction I felt that they didn't. They were so good that to me they didn't need a tag team title, but they put it on them. I felt that this is a team where there had to be a lot of big feuds. I kind of felt that if the WWE would have done it right, this is the three guys you might want to elevate to the main event. And also, these are three guys I felt that they didn't have Christian and Edge did not need to be a tag team. What I say about a faction I like to see three individuals who can elevate one another and they can be in the main event. These three guys I kind of felt could have been that. They ain't need to be no tag team. They could be a tag team when it's called for. Three guys that if you put them with three main eventers, you can elevate them and you can get something out of them. Now, fortunately, it happened for Edge. It didn't happen for Christian and Gangrel. That's the only downside of that. But I would love to see this. I would love to see them stay together longer than we had.
Gangrel didn't have a long shelf life because he's a lot older than people think he is too,
Yes, he is.
and he knew that. He was just happy to be around. Edge, I remember when Edge was debuting in WWE and the vignettes they used to use of him like running across the rooftops. I'm like, this dude's going to be a huge star one day. And I was a little kid. I remember telling a certain person that watches this show that he was going to be a huge star way before the Brood and everything else. But I also said he needed to put on like 20 pounds of muscle at the time because he was just a lanky string bean.
He did.
Like he did. Christian was always the one that, like, when you'd see him wrestle, you knew he could go, but they never gave him a chance to do anything. Unless it was in a tag team match, they never gave him. I think he had the light heavyweight title once.
He's
I think he
light
was
heavyweight
European
title,
champion.
and I think he won the Intercontinental Championship numerous
Was it the
times.
IC title? I thought he was the European champ.
He won
Either
that.
way, he might have
Also,
had both of them.
yeah.
But like those were titles that at the point that he had them, nobody cared about him. So it was like, who cares? They never really did anything with him. Now, fast forward 10 years, and he does get to win the WWE Championship, doing the whole Captain Charisma thing. But yeah, Gangrel was the one that probably suffered the most, and it was his faction.
Yeah. And even if Gangrel, like you said, he wasn't wrestling too long, you could have just had Gangrel as their manager.
Mm-hmm.
And again, not as a tag team, managing individuals.
I mean, Gangrel still wrestles now,
Yeah.
but in WWE terms, like he's 60. Like there's no way
Mm-mm.
he would have been like 40 something back then. There was no way Vince was going to do anything with him because again,
No.
the average age of the stars in the Attitude Era was 31. Now it's 41.
No. Well, he'll fit in just perfect now, but nah.
Yeah. And Gangrel, honestly, out of that group, had the hardest job. He actually had a gimmick. The other two guys never portrayed vampires per se.
No.
Besides Christian wearing that big fluffy shirt, there was no vampire gimmick. Like Gangrel actually had to get that character over, and for the most part, he did because he didn't go over the top with it. He did the little blood spray, but that was about it. And does a hell of a good DDT too, by the way.
Oh,
like if I was to rank the top 3 DDTs, he might actually make the list.
Yeah, that Spike DDT was something else. Yeah, I might actually. I think on my break today, I might have to watch a Brood match or even play the song just because it was that cool.
I actually played the song not too long ago because it's just that great.
Oh, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's today's show. Me and Jamie will be back Saturday. Saturday, we're going to preview AEW All In.
We'll have a special guest, too.
And with a special guest. So I will get that flyer made out for everybody so everybody can tune in and check in. And I want to thank you guys for joining us today. And remember, in the comment section, please let us know who was your favorite WWE debut. His was Chris Jericho. Mine was the Brood when it was repackaged as the Brood. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're up out of here. Your boy has hit the job. Jamie's going to watch some wrestling as he always do. Him and JJ.
Yeah, I gotta go get her from downstairs.
Yeah, I can hear her crying right now. All right, everybody. We out here. Peace.
Later.